my two favorite platforms for the time being, right? That might change in the long run. Welcome in at Peace and Serenit. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. But let's go ahead and get straight into this. All right. My name is Christian. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome aboard. And in this, what's going to be probably a pretty relatively short live, I'm going to go ahead and lay out a simple process. It's going to be a three-step process, right? How we can go about generating our first 1K online as complete beginners starting from scratch, okay? It's going to be three basic simple steps, and we're going to be doing this predominantly with, not predominantly, completely with digital marketing and using the affiliate marketing model, okay? Real quick, in case you are not familiar with what those are, I'm not going to make any assumptions. I'm just going to explain both right from the start so that we're all on the same page. Now, digital marketing is just one of those things I like to just quickly give a brief explanation on what it is, because in the circle that we are in, right, in this there's this little niche, little corner, niche market of selling digital products, right, especially courses in the digital marketing space. And for some odd reason, right, a lot of people have been misled into erroneously thinking that digital marketing is solely and only about selling digital products, right? And specifically courses in some cases. And that could not be further from the truth. Welcome in, Jason. Good to see you in here. Welcome in. Now, in simple terms, right? In simple terms, digital marketing is basically the promotion of a product, service, business, brand, or yourself as a personal brand, right? Pretty much the promotion of anything online, right? So as long as you're using the internet or some or any other digital channels to promote anything online, including physical products, you are essentially engaging in digital marketing. Okay. Now, affiliate marketing, on the other hand, is an extremely simple business model that allows regular individuals like you and I to promote other businesses or other people's products and services in return for an affiliate commission every single time we help them generate a sale or leads, depending on whatever the affiliate agreement is. But in our scenario, in our case, we're going to be looking at sales. Okay, we're looking at generating, earning an income from generating sales. Again, this could be promoting a digital product, it could be promoting a physical product, right? As long as there is some kind of affiliate program associated with that product or the company or owner of that product, then we are in business. Okay, that's something we can get involved with. So that's basically it right from the start. Now, for people who are just getting started, I always like to encourage people to go the route of promoting digital products as opposed to physical products, because the margins are a lot smaller on physical products, right? When I say the margins, I'm just simply talking about the difference between what it costs a vendor to create the product versus the market at which they sell it at, right? That difference is where the profit margins lie, right? And with physical products, those tend to be extremely small. So us coming in as affiliates, we are basically going to be earning just a percentage that's going to be highly dependent on that margin, right? So if the vendor of a product has a pretty small margin, they're probably only going to be giving us a pretty small percentage in terms of an affiliate commission as well. Okay. Whereas with digital products, right, margins tend to be way higher. Okay, digital products, more often than not, is just going to be a matter of creating it once and then being able to sell it over and over and over again. Now, as a complete beginner getting started, if you wanted to, earn that first 1K, you could, and I say this because people have done it, you could create your own product, right, or provide your own service. Okay, but that is not necessarily something that I recommend, only because we're lacking in experience, right? It can be done, but it's just going to be a lot more work for you to do up front. I tend to look at the affiliate marketing model as kind of like the cheat code, or like training wheels, so to speak. Okay. training wheels, like like when you're learning how to ride a bike, you've got the little extra little training wheels on the side, and then once you know what you're doing, you take those off and you just ride off into the sunset. Okay, same thing with affiliate marketing. You want to start that way because you don't have to worry about the intricacies of running a full-fledged business where you have to provide your own product, or provide your own service, or create your own product. You don't have to worry about managing inventory. You don't have to worry about dealing with shipping and handling, customer returns, or even dealing with customer service to begin with. Okay, those are all going to be headaches and issues for the owners of the products to deal with. Okay, we are just worrying about learning how to drive traffic. Starting out as a complete beginner, right? Your main focus is going to be learning how to drive traffic, and we use digital marketing to do that. Okay, and I'm going to go over in this video pretty briefly like what the various digital marketing methods we would be using to promote these products. Okay, so having established now that, okay, we're going to go the digital product route, okay, because we have there's the opportunity there for much bigger commissions per sale. All right, we want to go that route. Now, when it comes to the digital products, right, there you have low ticket digital products and you have high ticket digital products. We want to look more on the side of high ticket digital products, and I would say ideally you want to go for any kind of digital product that will pay you a commission of, say, at least $100 or more. Okay, the bigger the commission per sale, the better. Okay, and I say that because the difference between what you would make, like the effort you would put in to sell, let's say, physical products that are only paying you tiny little commissions of, say, $1, $2, up to $5 or whatever, or more, depending on the price of the product. The difference between that and then selling a high ticket digital product that can earn you a commission of, say, $100, 200, 500, even 1,000 or more, right? In terms of the marketing, the difference is not that great. Okay, in terms of the amount of effort that we put into the marketing, the difference is not going to be that great. Granted, obviously, the higher ticket the product, right, digital product, then the more effort is going to be required, right? Maybe you might have to get on the phone with the sales team and all that type of stuff. But in our case, we're not necessarily going to be too concerned with that. We're looking at more often than not, we're going to be looking at products that are in the category like less than say 25, less than 5 grand. Let's just put it that way, right? And we're looking to earn commissions as high, 15, 500,000, right? Um, Anywhere there, that would be just great, right? Because when it comes to earning your first 1,000, right? If, let's say, you have a digital product that earns you a $500 commission, all you need is 2 sales, right? 2 sales. If it's one that earns you a $1,000 commission, which there are plenty out there, all you need is just 1 sale. Okay. If it's a $250 commission, then okay, you're looking to make 1 sale a week. That will get you to your 1 grand. Let's say if you have, let's say, a target of getting it done within the first 30 days. Okay. So that is that on the surface. Okay, so that's that on the surface. Now, given that we're going the digital product route and the affiliate route, there is a product that I would highly recommend as one that you would get, that you can learn from, not only learn from, but once you do get access to that product, you will also be given instant access to become affiliate for it, right? And they do pay an 85% commission, right? So for every sale that you generate, you would be earning an 85% commission. Now, this product is a $497 product. So if you look at 85% of that, you're going to be earning $422.45 per sale. Okay, 422.45 per sale. In order to get access to that affiliate program, you're actually going to have to purchase the program, right? The great thing about it is that you do not have to have that money up front, right? They do have plans available for as low as $0 down and as little as $43 a month, with the first payment not being due until like 30 days later. Okay, or you can just if you want to, you can go ahead and get it up front. Now, if you did go the route of making, like monthly payments within the first 30 days, right? If you put everything into action, you could find yourself in a situation where you're coming out of pocket with nothing. And let's say you generate your first sale within the first 30 within those first 30 days before your first installment payment is due. You could have essentially covered, for the most part, covered the cost of, like, majority of the cost of your investment, so to speak, right? And before the next one is due 30 days later, you make a second sale, boom, you're done, right? And you can just pay it off. So the good thing about this particular product, though, is that it does teach you 15 different ways to earn an income online. So if you happen to be one of those people that, for whatever reason, you do not want to sell a course, right? You have 15 other streams of income to go after, right, to go for, in terms of earning online. But starting out, I would highly encourage you to go the route of, considering what we're doing here, I would highly encourage you to go the route of selling it as an affiliate for that 85% commission, because it's going to be one of the quickest ways to start earning and recovering like your investment, and just making that first 1K, right? We're looking to make that first 1K as quickly as possible, right? Ideally within a month, right? 30 days, 60 days max, right? I mean, there's like, bear in mind, there are no guarantees on this, right? I'm just talking about what are realistic scenarios that are possible. Okay. I don't, if I because when I say max, it almost sounds like I'm making a guarantee, which I want to make that very clear. There's absolutely no guarantee here, right? This is just what is possible, what has been done by multiple different people. Okay. Right. And I mean, I've seen it myself, I've done it myself, so I know, like, I know it's possible. Right. All right. So that's that. All right. So you look at, and if you want to get access to that, if you want to check it out, is going to be the second link in the description below this video if you're watching on YouTube. And then if you are on TikTok, just go ahead to my to the top left hand side of the screen where you see my profile picture there. Click on that, and then it's going to open up a bigger profile picture of mine. Click on that again. It will take you to my TikTok profile, and then you're looking for the link in which is in my profile. Click on that, it'll take you to my store, and then you will be able to get access. Actually, it's not even my store on TikTok, it's just going to be my a website of mine where you can go get access to some free training as well. Get access to some free training, and then once you get access to that, you'll also be able to get access to DWA, Digital Wealth Academy. That's the name of the course. Okay. All right, so the three steps, right? The three steps. Well, I've already covered one to a certain extent, right? I remember I mentioned that we needed a product. I've gone in pretty a good amount of detail in terms of, like, the product, right? Because we're picking on a product that is already an affiliate product, right? And in this case, we're looking for a product that has already been proven to convert. So you're not doing any guessing. You're not trying to figure things out from scratch on your own, or trying to create your own, which you don't know whether or not it's going to be selling well or not. We're picking a product that is already successful. So there's no guesswork. We know that it works. We know that it sells well. Multiple other people have been selling it, so there's no reason why we can't do it too. Okay, as long as you follow the training and the steps that are laid out inside, you should be able to start generating. Sales, right? And remember, these are, if we're looking to make that first 1K, all it would take is 3 sales, right? For each one, you're earning a $422 commission, right? So each sale that you generate. So keep that in mind. Now, the second thing that you're going to need, right, the second step, or the second step out of the 3 steps, all right, is going to be, you're going to need a platform, right? You're going to need a platform on which to house the product, or like to display your product that you're going to be selling. Okay. Right. You're going to need a platform, and then you're also going to want to set up some automations in place, so much so that you don't have to be present. Like, it's not like we're going to be sitting there on the phone answering calls or trying to take payments for people and try to talk. No, you're just going to set up a platform, set up a system, everything automated step by step. Okay. and you do it one time, right? And then you don't have to worry about it again. If you've heard digital marketers and affiliate marketers talking about making, earning money in their sleep, that's usually what it comes from, right? You set up systems one time, right? And then because this is digital marketing, our market is worldwide. Anybody that has access to an internet connection, they can find our product, and we don't have to be there, right? If they find our store, which there's which we'll cover in step 3, right? That's where the digital marketing aspect comes in. You have to learn how to market to get to promote your product and get eyeballs on your product, right? But again, we're just setting this up one time, and we don't have to worry about it ever again. Okay. So some examples of the platforms that you would be using, right? Just to name a few, so that if you want to go out there and try this on your own, you can go ahead and do that. You've got one of the very popular ones in this particular, in our space, in our niche, is one called Stanstore. Let's say if I bought a digital product but only have 170 followers, how can I sell my product? Love that question. Someone, for those of you here on YouTube, someone on TikTok just asked me, if they bought a digital product but only had 170 followers, how can they sell the product? So this is one major misconception that a lot of beginners have when it comes to selling digital products. Everybody, and I understand that, because I had that misconception too as well, until I actually started to understand how digital marketing works. You do not need to have followers, right? Like, a lot of people think that you have to have a ton of followers. Like, if you don't have a ton of followers, you're not going to make sales. All right. Gone are the days where these social media platforms. So let's just I'm kind of skipping into step 3 here for those of you who have been following, like, the 3 basic steps. Step 3 is just basically promoting your product, right? Being able to get eyeballs on your product so you can generate sales. Okay. So a lot of people have the misconception that you need to have a ton of followers in order to generate sales. Okay. You don't. And the reason why is because gone are the days where it was followers that dictate the number of, like, how much you can actually do on these various social media platforms. The way the algorithms work nowadays, they are interest based. The playing field has been leveled. Okay. So we're in a scenario. Obviously, if you do have followers, it helps, right? But if you're starting out, if you create good content, followers or no followers, these platforms will push your content out, if it's good, to the masses. And the reason why is because they only make money when people are watching on their platforms. So it is in their best interest to put your content out there to as many people as possible, if the content is good content, right? It's the kind of, if it's the kind of content that people want to see. Because the way all, in fact, let's as an example, take whether it's TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. The way these platforms make money is by keeping you on their platform so that they can serve you more ads, right, that advertisers pay for. So if you, who has no followers, creates a piece of content that is good or interesting to whoever you are targeting, and the platform sees that people are watching your content that you just created, and they're engaging and all that, they will push your content out to people who are not even your followers. Okay. Because the content is good enough that it's making people want to watch, making people want to stay on their platform. That's why you see, like, nowadays, people who have no followers are able to get on and make and get videos that go viral, right, with no followers. Okay. And here's the thing, it's once you start getting followers, right, once you start getting once you have a piece of content that goes, that that is good, and the platforms start pushing your content out, you will gradually start growing followers, right? People follow people that they find interesting. Okay. So it's not, people, all the people who are making, who have a lot of followers right now, they all started from zero. Okay. They all started from zero. And it's not like they needed to have followers before they started having it. It's the other way around. Like, you can start with no followers, right? And as long as you're putting out good content, the algorithms are set up so much so that they will reward you, and they will push your content out, and naturally, over time, you will start growing followers. Okay. Now, the more followers you have, of course, it helps, of course, right? It helps if you have more followers. But just get, like, just don't think that you have to have followers in order to start making this work. That's why you see people, right? You might, if you've been in the digital marketing space, you might have seen people come out there who have, less than people who have less than 1,000 followers, right? But they've already generated, 5K, 6K, 10K, right? And you're like, how? Well, it's because of the way the platforms work now. The playing field has been leveled. Someone who has a ton of followers, right? If they start putting out crap content, the algorithms are not going to push them out. They're not going to push they're not going to push that content out, right? Because they'll share it to like maybe their first few followers or whatever. But if people are not watching it, it's not going to go out. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Let me see. Who was it that asked me that? Was it Real Rush? I hope I didn't miss it. I appreciate you guys tapping on the screen. Oh yeah, Real Rush. That's who it was. Okay, Real Rush. Real Rush. I'm trying to see if it was. Yeah. At least that's your username. That's the username. Real Rush Media Company. All right, guys. So, guys, by the way, like I'm before you leave, just know that I do have some additional free training that you can get access to. Like, if you just go to the link in my profile. Go ahead, get access to that training. Right? It's free. You can get that, and it'll be yes and thank you. Okay, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Make sure you follow, right? Because I do come on here on. I'm gonna start coming on here on a daily basis and start teaching this stuff in more detail. And I do it for free, right? Obviously, there are there if people want to do more stuff. I do have some. I do actually also have some free training for you linked in my profile. You can go ahead and get that. So make sure if you haven't followed me, make sure you do. Make sure you do follow so that you don't lose me, because if you don't, and if you're say looking to get in touch with me again later, chances are if you don't do it now, you probably won't come across me again. Okay, so make sure you do follow. All right. So guys, before you leave, just make sure you go ahead, grab that free grab that free training. If you are on YouTube, it's going to be the first link in the description below this video. And if you want to get access to that, the course that I was telling you about, or the training, the digital product that I was telling you about that teaches you 15 different ways to earn an income online, including being able to resell the product as an affiliate for 85% commission, so much so that you earn $422 every single time you resell it. It's going to be the second link in the description below this video. Go ahead and do that. It will teach you in detail how to set up all this stuff, right? Clearly, everything that I went through here was more of like a 30,000 foot view, right? If you want the details of everything step by step, go ahead and grab that. And also, while you're here, don't leave empty handed. Go ahead and grab that free training that I have. Make sure you go ahead and grab that free training. Don't leave empty handed. It's going to be in my profile. If you're on TikTok, just click on my profile picture on the top left hand side of the screen, and then it's going to open up a bigger picture of myself. Click on that again. It will take you to my profile, and once you're in my profile, just go ahead, click on that link there and get access to the free training. Okay, get access to that. It's an in-depth free training. It's delivered via email. You will also have access to my phone number in there. You'll receive you'll receive emails from me. Once you get that, you'll have my phone number. So if you want to text me directly or call me, ask me questions and all that type of stuff, you are welcome to do that. Okay. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video or next stream. Thanks for watching. All right. Ciao.